Hi, I'm Evelyn Linwood. Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, welcome. For those of you who are new, I'm currently working on the sequel to my debut novel, which I've been calling Project Gold. So I'm on a deadline currently. My goal is to finish by the 4th week of June, so June 27th as a cutoff, and then if I do that, I have a reward for myself attached to that. But I'm falling behind. I've been falling behind. I started out, my pacemaker plan was like 1,300 words a day, and now it's going to be like 2,000 words a day. I don't write on Sunday, so it's 2,000 words on weekdays, and then 1,000 on Saturdays, and I am stressed about it. It's getting to the point where it's like discouraging me, but that's fine. I'm gonna leave it. It's just 3 more weeks. I'll leave the goal where it is and hope that I can hit it. I do have a writing challenge next week, or not next week, next weekend, so it won't be part of this vlog. But it's the 24-hour novel challenge. Traditionally, people do like, they might do it across 3 days, so they'll do like 8 hours a day, or they might do it all in one sitting. I'm going to be doing mine a little different. I'm just going to track 24 hours of writing, see how many days it takes me to hit that, and how many words I can get in that time. So I will do like a separate video about that one. Yeah. But that's where I'm sitting. I've been working on one of the last like I won't call it a boring scene, but my main character has to get some information, so it's kind of like a scene where she's getting information instead of a scene where she's doing action. And I have like 2 more informative scenes, with one kind of fun scene in the middle, and then we start doing action. So once the action hits, it's not even the it's not the climax, it's like the bad guys are closing in kind of action, but once I get through these couple of scenes, I think it's going to flow really fast. I hope it's going to flow really fast. I've been kind of struggling to get more than a few hundred words for the last week or 2. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I have been busy with other stuff, so that may be a contributor for that. But yeah, so that's where I am. I'll check in again, let you know how it's going. This vlog is like, not for this week, but for next week. So I'm sure I'll have more updates, more what's going on. I think I filmed the initial clip for like the intro to this at the end of last week. I now have it so that I have to write 2,454 words on weekdays and 1,227 on weekends, which I don't think is accurate because I think the book's a little shorter than I thought it would be. And I also have a writing challenge that I'm going to be doing next week, so I do think I'll finish the draft in time. We'll see. Probably, my next video is going to be like my goals for quarter 2, but I think after that I'll post a video about like me finishing the draft and probably the writing challenge I'm doing. Yeah, but yesterday, the reason that the word count jumped so high, Friday I barely wrote, and then yesterday I had a migraine, first off, but that's irrelevant. I spent like probably an hour or 2 rearranging scenes and kind of hammering out what I'm doing. There's actually one scene I think I might delete, that isn't written yet, so that would be highly convenient. Either delete or change significantly from what I had planned. Yeah. So I have an actual outline up until the break into 3. Like, so Kira's kind of moment where she pushes the story towards the climax. And then I don't have the climax outlined. I don't fully know what's going to happen during the climax. I just know, I think that will be very pantsable for me, very discovery writable, because there will be a clear push of like, obviously this is going to happen next, obviously that's going to happen next. It's not like something that I'm not worried about it. Yeah. So I wrote about 1,200 words yesterday when I was supposed to write 2,000, and then all of a sudden, up went the word count requirements. Yeah. Whew. So, I've been sitting here this morning for like a while trying to get myself to start, and I figured filming will make me do it. Yeah, anyway. I've been trying to get myself to get started. I have like half a scene written that I started yesterday, and I fell asleep daydreaming about writing this scene that I'm starting today. So I don't know why I can't start, but I can't. And then I also really wanted to rewrite a scene from my other project, Project King, which doesn't count towards this word count at all. But I was in the middle of it, and I kind of stepped away days and days ago. And how far ago was that? Oh my goodness, it was before last week. Ugh, time just keeps on slipping. Anyway. Yeah, so I want to hit my word count for the day, which is 2,400. Then also do that Project King scene. And then I have some chores around the house. I have a couple little tasks for a side hustle that I want to do. And I did want to like call around to local libraries and see if they accept donations of like local authors' novels. My local library actually has my book in it. They purchased it, but I have a few copies that I just have that I'm not selling them direct, so they're just sitting in a box. And I'd rather a library had it, so I'll be calling around. And then what else do I have to do today? I also have like a writing group that meets, and then filming this video. So I'm working on my to-do list. That counts for something. See how much of this nonsense makes it into the final video. But for now, that's not gonna work. The light is too bright and I need music. But it did help me in that I have now written a couple of sentences. So I just finished my first writing session for the day. I will have a second one later. But I got about 1,200 words, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I finished up the chapter I was working on. It was a really kind of pivotal scene for a couple of the characters. Yeah. So now I get to move on to So now I get to move on to basically like when things really start happening. Like the very next chapter, things really start happening. I mean, not till the end of the chapter, but there's like investigating, there's yeah. So I'm over the moon, ready to get this ball rolling.